Being in love is amazing, but what happens when the emotion isn't reciprocated? Women often fall for the wrong person when they're seeking real love, and at the end of the relationship, they only end up harming themselves. Still, some women have to deal with the grim reality of lost love not just once, but over and over again, in the form of unhealthy emotional connections and relationships. But do you know why this happens? Hello, and welcome to Love and Spice. Today's topic is, why do women love a man who doesn't love them back? First of all, it's critical to recognize that every woman is unique and that there is no universal solution that fits all women. There are, nevertheless, a few typical explanations for why women frequently choose to love men that don't love them back. Let's dive deep in and check them out. They admire a challenging man. Women are naturally attracted to men who are sure of themselves, have a great deal of charm, and pose a bit of a challenge. That being said, some women may be interested in guys who are difficult or mysterious for a number of reasons. It can be exciting or interesting for women to try to figure out someone who seems complicated or hard to understand. Some women may think that being with a challenging person could lead to a strong emotional attachment or help them grow as a person. This may be viewed as a chance to develop personally and to form better bonds with others by overcoming obstacles as a unit. Nice guys? No, women rather love a man that doesn't care about them. Another unpleasant reality is that most women typically think that nice guys aren't cool. You know, when we consider all the lovely things we've gathered over life, many of them initially provide us with a profound feeling of fulfillment. After a while, something in our brains clicks that causes pleasant things to feel not so pleasant. As wrong as it may sound, from a woman's psychological point of view, dating nice guys is not like dating bad boys. They're just not that fun after a while. The natural propensity of nice guys is to open up too quickly. They're willing to offer the woman everything she asks for in exchange for their hearts. The issue is that it is no way intriguing. Why? Here's an example. Examine the most popular guy in high school, the traditional athlete with bulky muscles and a commanding presence. These most likely reflect two things. First, it's likely that the man didn't care much about women, and the girls he got with were the best of the best. It's true that many women desire a relationship with a single man in the end, but when they first begin dating, they're typically looking for a thrill, danger, or a feeling of excitement. Some women find it quite appealing when a man shows little interest in them or makes it difficult to get close to them. Women romanticize boys who are not interested in them. We all know how movies romanticize boys who are hard and tough on the outside, but ultimately, when they find the right girl, they become all lovey-dovey. Hence, one reason why some women could find the wrong guys appealing is that they are frequently depicted in the media as being bold, intriguing, and rebellious. Bad dudes typically exude a sense of assurance that women find immediately enticing. These guys may also be viewed as more forceful and dominating, which may appeal to a woman. Women have uncertainty about intimacy. The flip side of this story is that many women develop uncertainty about intimacy. Some people have a tendency to steer clear of true love in order to keep themselves safe. In order to avoid getting hurt, they retreat. As a means of preventing more pain, women have endured abuse, betrayal, or other types of mental or physical pain may grow afraid of closeness. This anxiety may show up in a number of ways, such as avoiding personal connections, feeling uneasy or nervous in intimate situations, or having trouble putting your faith in other people. When love is unrequited, it becomes a technique to retain the feeling of being in love without taking the chance of continuing the quest for it. By keeping our attention completely on someone who doesn't love us, we may feel the intensity and passion of a relationship, without having to risk commitment. Women so want to change men according to their liking. Another explanation might be that women have a nurturing nature and may feel compelled to help or fix a man who doesn't reciprocate their love. Women may believe they can influence a man's perspective and eventually win his heart. Trying to change someone who is perceived as rebellious or difficult to handle might feel exciting or challenging. If the woman is successful in altering the bad boy's behavior, this may offer a sense of accomplishment or satisfaction. Women are drawn to the chase. Some people are drawn to the chase. It may become so addictive that they would rather endure the hurt of unrequited love than make the sacrifices necessary for a genuine relationship. The imagination takes on greater importance than its realization. We could be brought back to reality by the end of a love relationship. After the glamour is gone, regular life continues. For some people, this is the appeal of unreturned love. They can avoid the anticlimactic feeling of falling down from the love high by extending the chase. Women usually ignore red flags. Because you're not paying close enough attention to potential relation red flags, you might also be attracted to the wrong guys. The fact that a man acts in an uncouth, clingy, untruthful, or catty manner is something you can decide to neglect or overlook. But in reality, these kinds of contemptuous behaviors are obvious signs that he's the wrong man for you in every way. Yet other women are fine with these behaviors, which clearly demonstrates that a guy is not in love with them, and they still opt to deny these realities in order to keep the love of their life close to them. Instead of ignoring these obvious warning signs of impending trouble, it's crucial to pay close attention to any of his unsettling behaviors that make you feel uneasy right away during your time together. They confuse obsession with love. At last, some women could misinterpret their obsession with love. The powerful sensation of yearning and desire that a woman may have when she's hooked on a man who doesn't love her back may be mistaken for love when they're actually simply an unhealthy bond. One argument is that depictions of love in media and culture sometimes confuse strong emotions with genuine love. Love is frequently portrayed in novels, movies, and other forms of media as an intense, all-consuming force that takes control of a person's life. Due to this, people may develop irrational expectations and conflate extreme feelings of attraction or fixation with love. Those who have had attachment problems or prior traumatic experiences may be more inclined to mistake obsession for love. Some women might also mistake obsession for love if they don't feel good about themselves, or if they're looking for approval from others. Your dating preferences are a clear indication of how much value you put on yourself. In the end, it truly boils down to us and what we believe we are entitled to, which can only be resolved within. What are you really gaining out of this? If you find yourself in relationships with people who consistently undervalue or mistreat you, is it a confirmation that you're not good enough, incapable of doing better, or deserving of more? There are a variety of reasons why women are drawn to men who don't reciprocate their affection. Women should be able to tell when a man is not interested in them and move on, regardless of the reason. Keep in mind that true love should always be two-sided. It's challenging but necessary to examine yourself and discover what is preventing you from finding love. Instead of attempting to change or rectify an individual's relationship, it's crucial to concentrate on mutual understanding, open communication, and common values. Nothing compares to sharing your life with a companion who you can rely on, who is emotionally available to you, and who is more than inclined to love you back. I strongly advise you to stop wasting your time if you are still yearning for someone who isn't showing you any love. I also encourage you to check out some of my other videos and leave a comment and let me know what topics you would like me to cover.